And one of the things that I really wanted to do was to introduce students to African American women's history, creative expression, African American women writers. I was an undergraduate at Spelman College, and even though we were a women's college, like most colleges in the 60s, most of what we studied had to do with Europeans, men, middle class people, heterosexual people. So I had a very traditional Eurocentric, male centered education, even though I went to a historical Black college for women. I've already been involved in the civil rights movement as a child of the 60s. In fact, I participated in sit ins with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when I was an undergraduate student at Spelman. And then when I joined the women's movement, having been really interested in Black women's history and Black women writers, I decided that Spelman really also needed a women's research and resource center because even though we were a Black women's college, we had not necessarily been focusing on issues having to do with women, including African American women. So I'm in the Emory Library, and my hand literally stumbled upon a book called A Voice from the South by a Black woman of the South. It was by a woman called Anna Julia Cooper, whom I had never heard of. And now we identify her as probably the first Black feminist intellectual of the 19th century. And that Black Woman of the South book, which was published in 1892, really made the case for why Black women need to be interested in race and gender and class. So that book set me on a path and set me on a journey that I have not been able to really let go, and that is wanting to make sure that everybody in the world knows that there were Black women intellectuals and Black women writers and Black women activists and creative Black women who had a lot to say about the human condition through the lens of an African American woman.